Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of dos&d Uncut. And what I will say, the last in-studio shoot for the great Samuel before we wish him farewell as he
Can you turn the camera around at all, Bryce?
Yeah,
or is he too
camera
close?
He's going to make his way across the world to Europe, and we really hope we do see him back. I do sincerely mean that because I am quite worried.
Now,
But
if Sammy gets if Sammy gets a word on this episode before me, I'll be spewing.
welcome to you, Dos.
Thanks, mate. Sammy, how are you feeling, by the way? Quickly pull the mic in and... should I film from this direction, maybe?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
It's coming soon, August 1st. I'm off. There
Where
we go.
But this
Where are you
episode
going?
would have already been released.
Flying into London.
Nice.
And then, all over the shop from there on. So,
Tell us about Amsterdam.
yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably leave that toward the end of the trip, I
All
reckon.
right, that'll do. Thanks, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy. Well, Dos, it's your turn to get grilled because we're just about to hit record, and we had quite an important meeting actually that was had before.
I swear I got grilled last Uncut.
We're getting grilled again because once again the great Dos. I mean, we've done
Don't tell the missus this.
This is how bad this. Yeah, as you broadcast it, this is how bad Dos
she
is.
doesn't
We've done
listen.
segments about you losing things, and again, we're about to hit record, and you've lost something again.
Yeah,
Please
I
elaborate.
couldn't find my keys, so
No.
we had a bit of brekkie, and
This is 4 or 5 hours ago.
yeah, came
mind you,
back and
yeah.
the boys had set up the studio, and then we did an interview.
We did.
Had a Zoom meeting with the brand, and then I'm like, "Where's my keys, lads?" Couldn't find them anywhere, and we're about to jump on this meeting. So I said to Jared, "I'm like, mate, do you mind just run? I have a feeling I don't think they'll be there, but they might be at the cafe." Thank you, Jared, because they were there.
Yes. Well done, Dos. You nearly lost the missus.
Have you ever
car
met a
keys
man that
again.
loses more shit?
No, I was just saying, well, actually, we're doing a very special project and we still won't announce, but there might be a role for anybody that wants to just purely look after Dos's things, and your role might just have to be follow him around for a few weeks and make sure he doesn't lose anything.
I know.
That might be an advertised paid position at the rate that you're going.
How's Deal or No Deal going at the moment? That's one thing I wanted to bring up in the intro.
It's going great.
have we
about 60
let
episodes
the dos&d community know about this obsession?
Yeah, well, you said when you grilled me a few weeks ago that you thought it was weird that I liked the show.
Yeah.
The American version.
How many episodes are you in?
About 60 now.
60.
Yeah.
Howie
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Mandel, man crush?
Yeah. He's a good looking bloke for a bald fella.
For a bald fella?
Yeah, no, he's going well, mate. But going well, buddy. Yeah. So do we bring this up now?
yeah.
The last Uncut, you would have heard it. We did the quickest outro we ever did in Uncut because we couldn't get away quick enough because we had a boys' night. And I think one of the last sentences uttered on that show was, I'm sure there'll be a story from it. And Dos,
no.
Dos gave us all about 5 minutes to come up with a story. So to set the scene, everybody, we went back to my house after the last recording day last month and had one of our good friends who always gets mentioned. Do we even mention his name?
Yeah.
anymore? Go on, you mentioned
Guy
it.
Richardson.
Sick of saying it. He met us at my house and we decided, we might get a couple of little drinky poos as we watched Dos's Western Bulldogs play.
I didn't drink.
No, you didn't.
I'm nearly 6 months
I
in.
didn't either, actually.
Yeah,
Jai
it was just
wanted-
Jai.
Just Jai.
He just bought a bottle of Pinot.
And Will
Yeah.
James was there too, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
didn't drink either.
Huh?
He didn't drink either.
Oh, yeah, so it was just Jai drinking by himself. Anyway, we went to the Bottle and this just made my night. We're lining up and Jai's looking at the selection of red wines and this man walks into a bar. It sounds like the start
It was
of a bad joke.
Liquorland. Yeah.
Into Liquorland and I would say his height was about 5'7" ish. Dos, you're coming in at what height these days?
6'1".
6'1", so quite tall. And this guy kind of moved past Dos, and Dos gave it oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's normal.
If you guys listen to Dos&D Uncut, you would have heard that Dos's most hated condescending word to ever be called. If somebody calls Dos buddy, look out. He will go off. Dos, what possessed you to call this man buddy?
So I think I got caught up in... I'd hate to say that this is true, but I think because he was shorter than me, I kind of...
You're the big dog, weren't you? Weren't you? So John and I started going, oh, buddy. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, buddy,
it was the worst.
And then we said, all right, big dog. All right, big fella.
In front of the whole shop, they're doing this. They're going, oh, big dog, big dog. Oh, buddy. In front of the guy, the poor guy.
And
They made it worse for him.
And Dos literally just went, I got to get out of here. And he ran out of the store.
Like, you just made it so... You made it more uncomfortable for him.
Yeah, well, don't call blokes buddy that are older than you. It's so condescending.
I know.
Well,
I
and you
know I
hate-
shouldn't have done it.
And you hate that word.
I know. And I did it
but
I did it in front of two of the people I should never do it.
But this is what worries me, Dos, right? This is where I do a little bit of digging, and I think, well, okay, it happened to slip out in front of us, right? Well, that's fine. I reckon that I've got a feeling that this word probably slips out more often than you'd like to admit.
It probably does.
I reckon Dos buddies a lot of people. If anyone's a little bit shorter in stature than Dos, he might just give you a little buddy. So I encourage all you dos&d viewers and listeners, if you see Dos out, make sure you call him buddy.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though.
What?
Got in the Herald Sun last week. Dos&d.
Did. Well done.
Which I wanted to just quietly mention.
Yes,
So
well
that
done,
was
mate.
good.
Really good.
Mark Neild episode, which got a few viewers.
Yeah, it did really, really well. Do you like my little video for it?
Yeah, it was good. I did. I said to D, I said, it'd be good because I actually only found out about this through someone who saw it. I said to you, I said, mate, apparently we're in the Herald Sun. A mate of mine actually sent it to me. So D went down to the local news agent.
Well, I used to be subscribed to the,
you did?
to the Goat Fellas.
I didn't realise it was $70 a month.
I think it's more. I think it's about 90, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
D went down to the news agent, got himself a paper, and then I said, why don't you film a little funny video? Like, legs crossed, having some breakfast, try and make it humorous and like being yourself. And it was a good video, but I thought it might have had a bit more like...
Weren't happy with it?
No. I just thought it was serious. I thought it was more serious than I was expecting.
Oh, really?
I must say, yeah.
Sorry.
Because you brought up, I think you brought up...
That's called a joke. Well, world events.
Yeah, you brought up some serious world events.
Well, that was a joke. I said, don't worry about the serious things going on in the world. Go look at page 60 and look at the real stuff, which was...
but it's nice to get a mention, and they mentioned us correctly. So.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that. That's always very nice. I actually had a question for you, and I've asked a few people this opinion just quickly off the top, and I asked it to you last week, but I've actually since thought about it. I go, what do you do? And this we spend a lot of time in cafes these days, don't we? A lot of time.
Yeah.
And the other day we were sitting in one, and as you know, my bladder's not what it used to be.
I don't know what it was before though.
No,
I don't
it's
remember.
just frequent trips to the bathroom. Yeah.
Have you ever had your prostate checked? Is that related to prostate?
No, I actually drink a lot of water. Look, I've already finished how long have I been recording?
I
think I drink more water than you'd think.
And he doesn't own a drink bottle, which is crazy.
Gross. Anyway, I went to this bathroom, and in this particular cafe, it was one of those cafes where there's only one bathroom, one unisex bathroom, and when I say one, there's not multiple cubicles. There's one in, one out, right? So when you go out in front of the cafe, you feel like everyone's watching, and you come out, and sometimes there's people waiting. Well, I went in, and this is disgusting, and I'm sorry, but I went to urinate, and there was piss on the toilet seat, right? There's no other polite way to put it. So
that's right.
there's piss. Now, two things go through my head. One, do I clean up another man's urine? Like, that's gross. Do I have to clean it up, or do I leave it? But then when I go out, if someone's coming in, they're going to suspect me as the guilty party.
You don't clean it.
What do you do?
You don't clean it. I know that's horrible,
but then somebody thinks you're the one that pissed on the seat.
What would you rather? Are you choosing to actually touch someone else's piss? And especially if it's a girl, if it's a girl coming in after you, you want to be polite. But then you walk out and you're never going to see her again. So
True.
It doesn't matter really. So would you prefer to clean it up just for the sake of that little moment where you've done the right thing, or do you just walk out? I don't want to touch someone else's piss.
Well, my mate came up with the best suggestion. He said, use your foot, kick the toilet seat up.
Drips
piss
off.
Is normal. It could chip off, but you just leave it up.
Smart.
But I find this non-polite to leave the toilet seat up. But you just leave it up and then you walk out.
I like the kick, actually. The kick I do that a bit.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, because I don't want to touch the seat. Think of it. One thing I saw a clip on TikTok or something, and it was when you flush the toilet and the lid is, even the top lid is not closed. I think it might have been a dark, one of those light videos where it's dark. So when you see the flush, you see all the chemicals come out of the toilet.
Oh.
And from then, when I saw that video, I thought, look at all that, all the poo water that you can't actually see is going all over your bathroom floor. So now every time I go to the toilet, especially public toilet, I'll use the feet because I don't want to touch them.
Smart.
I don't want my hands touching it.
I'm sick of this unisex bullshit, to be honest.
I didn't realise we're going there.
No. And it's not for a serious reason other than, the other day I unfortunately took was in a bit of trouble with the Gold
You didn't do a
Guards.
Wayne Carey in the toilet, did you?
No, I didn't do it. No, I did do. That's coming up in the segment. So if you're tuning in for the first time to dos&d Uncut, as you can tell, we talk about poos, wheeze, and shagging in toilets. We're very highbrow here. But no, yeah, this is about to get even more lowbrow. I did a stinker, and
You did a poo poo.
I did a poo poo in a public place, and your worst nightmare.
I was with you, wasn't I?
Yeah, the worst nightmare is there's somebody waiting to come in, and it's a rather attractive young lady, and you think, fucking hell.
But there was 2 toilets there.
Yeah, but she happened to choose mine.
I must say though, how good is it when you go to a? Because again, we work from cafes a lot. It's our preference.
It's your preference. I'm not a big fan.
I tell you what though, well, where else? I'd rather not work from your couch at home. Like that's not the right posture. I'd rather go to a cafe. But when you get to a good cafe and the amenities are first class.
But there was one the other day, was it there?
Which one? The good one?
Yeah,
It was great.
It was great amenities.
It was so
yeah.
great that D took 3 shits there. And I'm not exaggerating.
Well, he is. I took 2 in one piss, but that's besides
You
the
went
point.
3 times.
Actually,
I think you took more than 1 wee. It wouldn't have been 1
I think I
wee.
went in there 5
Think
times.
about it. We were there for 3 hours.
Yeah,
you take 3 an
okay,
hour.
I went 5 times. I have a problem. Anyway, anything
And
else?
you even turned to me and said, I don't think I could go because...
I was embarrassed. I'm like, I can't keep
you're walking
going.
past the counter where the staff are.
But we couldn't sit further from the amenities. So I had to keep walking through the lap of... I mean, it's embarrassing because you got the elderly.
I'm sure I remember the cafe's name because I would shout it out because great toilets.
Well, yeah, you go for the toilets, you stay for the food. But the elderly were there, and even they were thinking, "Geez, there's something wrong with
Do
this
you
young
ever
man."
think... Oh, sorry, this is too much
Just wear-
toilet chat.
just wear a fucking
Way too much
nappy.
toilet chat.
Yeah, this is
I was
really
like,
bad.
Do you ever, like, when you're sitting on the toilet, go, like, imagine how many different people have sat on this?
I'd rather not think about it. Yeah. Or snort it up in some cases.
What's today's episode look like?
I was going to say this. Somebody gave us a beautiful review
I
on
know.
Apple. What a great show this is, and that man or woman is probably thinking, "Why did I write that?"
Yes,
I
right.
promise, guys, it's going to get better from here.
Yeah.
We can only hope. Yes, Dos, I've got a few segments up my sleeve today. And as I get them up, so I've got a little story that I've been waiting to share for a little while.
Oh, yes, I forgot about this.
I'm worried now because it's so much time has passed that even I'm thinking, anyway, we'll see how we go. And then I want to take you to you mentioned the King before, and a little incident that happened in a Melbourne establishment. And I've gone and found on the internet some of the greatest times that people have covered their chase. So when they've been lying, and then they've lied to get out of the lie, and then they've lied again. And
Gotcha.
I think you and I might have a couple of examples in our own personal lives too.
Sounds fun. I tell you what, I've got 2 rippers.
Yeah, hit me.
One, now, I found something out we were sitting at a meeting. And
This would have been my Rexall confession.
And mind you, that meeting, it was around a couple of other blokey blokes. So it was actually quite fitting what I found out. We're sitting there having a coffee, and I found something out about this man that I just was absolutely... It will shock everyone listening. Purely because it's something he's never done, and he's done it to try and fit in with the crowd. So that whole segment, I've gone and found things that we all tend to do or have done or people have done over the years and journey, have done that they wouldn't do to fit in. He's done that. It's actually, I can't believe it. It's disgusting. And the next one that I've got is, now, I actually have a bit of an issue.
You do. No, you do.
I said this to Garni yesterday.
I'm actually scared
Mate,
being
it
around
got
you.
bad on the weekend. Like, I haven't even told you.
Well, save it for the segment.
Like,
Can I say that I'm so frightened of you when this happens that I was in the restaurant when we were in the cafe this morning, getting cafe. I was tapping my fingers to the music and I stopped because I thought this is going to piss him off. This is how scared I am of this behaviour.
Oh, mate, I'm an old man.
Yes.
I'm genuine an old man, and something happened, and I thought, no, enough's enough, and I went and
On the weekend.
no.
Oh yeah.
No, recently.
Yeah.
Which I want to show you something. So I've become so oversensitive. I think there's actually a medical term for it. I don't think I'm at that level, but I think it might be something to do with my nervous system as
Yeah.
well. A bit dysregulated, too much caffeine. But I'm so hypersensitive.
You drink a lot of coffee, I noticed.
I know. But if you're walking and your feet are dragging on the ground, I'm going, fucking pick up your feet. Like that. Like it's really annoying me. That's the kind of level.
So you've got a
I'm
whole
getting to.
segment around this.
Yes, and I found some others.
Because the thing is, Dos said to me, let's do a segment about turning 30. And I said,
No, I didn't say that.
No, I said, hang on. I'm not at this level of all sounds annoy me.
The idea I put was, I said, mate, at the moment, I don't know if this is age or if this is something
it's not
deeper.
age. It's not age.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's not
So
age.
I probably want to just vent a little
I'm
bit.
actually-
not vent, mind you. I'll do this in a respectful manner. I just want to share
A little bit of
my
frustration.
frustration I'm feeling at the moment with the world.
Well, shall we get stuck in?
Let's do it. We all love dos&d uncut, don't we?
It's always
It's my
silly.
favourite time of the month.
And you got some great segments coming up. I've heard.
Wait for this one.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous.
But we want to just quickly say a lovely little word about Fleet Plan Hire Solutions because the show doesn't happen without them.
No, we actually might straighten up for just a second to bring you a quick message from them because, like we say every single week, they are the kings of the big and the small projects across the country, Dos.
They look after all the equipment you need to do these projects.
Yes.
So earth moving, you're thinking excavators,
Yes.
truck hire, plan hire,
Cranes?
cranes,
I reckon,
diggers,
yeah.
things like this.
Stuff we certainly can't
Water
drive.
carts as well. Whenever you need something carried, go to them.
Yeah, they're the perfect middleman. Why do it yourself when you can get them? That's all I'd have to say.
100%. Head to fbh.com.au. Find out more today.
Back to dos&d Uncut.
Now, as you grow older, so you go from a kid to teenager to young adult, young adult to a man.
Yep.
There's a lot of transitions, you know?
Yep.
And in those transitions, you might meet different people. And within those groups, you try to fit in any way you can. So you've got, you might have your footy mates. You might have your work mates. You might have girlfriend, her friends. And sometimes you might just try and... we all know who we are, what we like, what we value. Integrity is big. But sometimes our integrity and our values gets pushed. The boundaries are pushed because we want to feel important.
This is not the reason I did what
We
I
want to feel included. And we don't want to feel left out. So this is just something, it's
I wonder if the boys could guess what's happened.
it's rattled me because it came off so nonchalant when it came out of his mouth, what he did. So
I didn't murder anyone. Let's get that. Let's get
no. This is a man who never drank alcohol until his early mid-20s, who's obsessed with his health and counts every calorie, who goes to the gym 2 hours a day, who just loves everything about his health. Daniel Schuler is now a smoker. He's on the old cancer sticks, and he's loving every minute of it.
They look cool.
Now please. So explain yourself.
Well, I don't think I did this to fit in. But, okay, what happened was I was at last month we brought up Ralph came to town, and I probably should have brought it up then, and we went out with his mate. I went out with his mate and him, and his mate, I think this is quite common. I think there's another man in this room sitting rather close to me right now with a microphone in front of him that has this same same habit.
Yeah.
But when you've had a
It's
couple,
not a habit.
when you have a couple of drinks, I wouldn't mind having a little puff of the old. What do you call them? Cancer sticks. Nicotines. Yeah. And I've never even considered. I to be honest, I was saying this to you. I was out with a couple of mates a few weeks ago, and we're outside a venue, and we were talking to some people, and they were all smoking. I thought it's just gross. Like I was trying not to breathe, and it smelled gross, and I'm never understood the hype. Anyway, Ralph's mate decided that's what he does when he's had a couple of drinks. He likes to smoke, and he was so embarrassed to ask somebody.
He was scared. Yeah.
For a cigarette that I said, oh, well, fuck, I'll go do it for you. And this is a bloke that doesn't like talking to people. So I went over and I asked a group, I said, look, do you mind getting, yep, no worries. Anyway, and he's smoking. I'm kind of looking at him and I go, oh, something just hit me. And I just said, pass
the puff.
Pass that baby over. And
Did you know how to do it?
Yeah, I thought I did okay. And I had a little chug.
I don't know why. I have this picture in my head, a J off in between us when he's trying to smoke a doobie and he's like... And he's not even inhaling it. He's
That's
like
probably what happened.
My cheeks get really nicely stoned.
Well, I tried it one and then I had another puff and that's I thought. And as I was smoking...
Did it go to your head?
No. So as I was smoking,
That's
I'm like...
why I don't think you actually inhaled it.
No. It did. I inhaled it, trust me. But I'm thinking this tastes gross. It smells gross. Now my breath stinks. I'm not feeling anything. I don't understand. Why do people do it? Thought nothing of it. Then a week later, I went out with another couple of mates, and let's just say I was charging around the venue looking for cigarettes. So, anything else you want to bring up there? Yes, I had a smoke, and I bloody well loved it.
It just shocked me because,
It's disgusting.
Like I said before,
there's no
it
way
just
I'd
came out
smoke
so
now.
nonchalant, and for someone that's bagged me for having a social cigarette, I found it very amusing that we're just sitting around having coffee with a couple of blokes, and suddenly it just came out.
Well, I was around the blokes.
Yeah,
Can I just tell you something?
One-on-one, it never came out. But when I was around a couple of macho
I
men,
think I was going to save it
couple
for
of
a
finance bros.
Rexel, yeah, well, that's true. Rexel confession booth. I might have been saving it for, which we're not doing today. But it's funny. I was actually telling this exact story to a lady the other day, and we're going on about how disgusting smoking is. And I said, oh, but I reckon there's times where it looks really cool. She's like, when? And I said, I always have this vision. You're like kind of sitting, you're playing a bit of piano, and you're just having a smoke, and put the smoke down. You play and smoke, and she goes, and she turned around, and she said, actually, that is very sexy.
Wait, who's this woman?
I'm just a woman.
Oh, is this a girl you were talking to?
No,
Sorry.
no. No,
As he winks to me. That actually does sound kind of cool.
Sexy, apparently. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I wanted to utilise this was we've all been there. We've all tried to do something to fit in. Trust me.
Look,
I've done some shockers.
remember when we at your birthday at the start of the year and I caught you? Not that I caught you. You weren't doing anything wrong, but I saw it and you just couldn't believe that I saw you doing it.
What with it?
Weren't you trying to hide the cigarette from me just so... I wish I took a photo.
Oh, yeah. But
That looks pretty...
mate, I probably still do it. You know, when we talk about I'm a compulsive liar, I probably do it to fit in sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, someone, even on the meeting, have you heard of this influencer that, yeah.
So you didn't know who that person was?
No, I had to Google her.
Yeah.
But I knew her. I'd heard of her.
Yeah, okay.
And then I found her. I was like, yeah, see, I'll put the two and two together.
Yeah, okay.
Bands. There's probably a lot. I've got a couple, so I went and found
I'm looking forward to this.
some rippers. But I wanted to ask you, is there any over the journey that
Damn, I was going to ask you.
Well, you go first.
What, things that I've done to fit in?
Things that you can recall and go, okay, I simply just wanted to be a part of this group.
I hate this because it's such a boring answer, but I genuinely feel that I've never, ever suffered from peer pressure. I really do. The only thing I could think of is maybe...
Peer pressure, that's the word.
Swearing, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I started swearing because I think that might be the only thing that I can think of, and now it's a bloody bad habit. But outside of that, I'm never really... I've always been... Well, as you said, I never drank until I was about 22, so I've got through all that phase. I've never touched a drug. So, I don't know. Yeah, so we get another little wink from across the room.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Myself? Oh, there's a few.
Yeah. What have you done?
There's a couple I don't want to mention because they're probably not appropriate. But I reckon you're on the money with swearing. I think that's definitely one. I think clothing over the years.
Yeah,
I chose questionable clothing purely because I wanted to look like certain people.
Yeah.
Especially when I was younger.
Yeah. I think that's okay.
Probably. Oh, actually, here's one.
Here he goes.
No, this is a good one, and I think you're not guilty of. But I remember pretending that I was good with spice.
That's a great one.
Yeah. So I remember when I was younger, I really wanted. So my friend, one of my good mates, I would have been 13, like pretty young, and his family loved. Well, they like spice. Not crazy, but like not. But we went and got Thai, and they used to go and eat Thai as a family. And the Custisons, we were a fish and chip family.
Yeah,
like no Thai, bit of pizza maybe, bit of fish and chips, but it was never Indian or never Thai or never, something outside of the basics. And went and got Thai. I'm reading this menu, you got no idea. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to get whatever my mate gets. And he's 3 years younger than me. So I'm 13, he's 10. Or maybe he was a bit older. Maybe he was, 12 and I was a few years older. And his mum was like, "Are you sure you want that?" Like, it was like a red curry, And she was like, "Wait, are you sure? It's pretty hot." I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Because I was embarrassed. I didn't want to say I don't know what that menu says.
Yeah, that's true.
I was just like, whatever.
That's a good point where you don't understand. Yeah.
And then it came out. So I took one mouthful. I couldn't eat it. And then the whole family were laughing at me. How embarrassing.
Taught you a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about all these things, I think spice comes into the equation too. And I don't drink coffee anymore, as you know. But when I first started drinking coffee, the first time I tasted it, I thought, this is so disgusting. But it's the same thing with the cigarettes. Like, it was so gross. But then why did I want to go back? Like, why did I have another coffee after that? And another one, until you like it. It's the same with alcohol too. Who really has their first sip of alcohol and goes, oh, this actually tastes good?
This is yum.
I don't think many people.
Oh, no, that's a good point.
Now, I'd love to know what you've got.
Yeah, so there's a few rippers. There's quite a few in the dating scene, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to impress, someone of the opposite
Show up as
sex.
your best self.
Exactly. So, the dot points I've got here. I've got D was smoking for social acceptance, and I only had one. I only had one more, which this isn't me, but another random one. Which I reckon people wear band T-shirts simply to fit in. Sometimes they don't listen to the
Yeah.
band, or they don't know
yeah.
who they are.
Yeah.
And they'll
Yeah.
just buy. It's probably the same with wrestling T-shirts. I don't know. Or we're
I
just,
think
we're just
yeah.
nerds.
I think band's probably more. Yeah, like you wear some really old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, there's a few rippers here. So gone to our old trusty friend of the online forums.
Beautiful.
So here we go.
What have you got for us?
For a while back in the 90s, I'm 53, in brackets this person, I subscribed to Sports Illustrator and Car and Driver and read each issue cover to cover so I could make conversation with normal guys who care about sports and cars. It didn't really work. Even if I knew all the facts, I couldn't fake the enthusiasm. I quit after a year. How sad.
Yeah. Yep.
You're reading...
I think a lot of
subscribe-
people do that with sport too.
You reckon?
Yeah, like pretend they. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably not pretend, but if someone says, "Oh,
Well,
dude,"
you know sport, but I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people I think would pretend to fit in.
yeah, for sure. Next one, pretending to know more about sex than I did when I was in middle school. Lol. I'd laugh at jokes that I completely did not understand.
Yeah, that's actually I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah, me too. That still happens from time to time with me with certain words, like
The Gen Z.
well, no,
mean,
well,
the gen-
that and maybe more smarter words. Like even before, I was pretty honest in that interview. I was like, "What does what was it? Investigative
Oh, PI. Yeah.
PI,
Private investigator.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. No, well, that's better to ask.
Next one. My 12-year-old self was so innocent. When I was in elementary school, I nicknamed myself Midget since I was shorter than almost everyone else. It was an attempt to make people like me, and it did make me somewhat more popular, though I wonder how much of the attention I got was negative in retrospect.
Yeah, the old call me this, guys. Yeah. Have you ever tried to give yourself a nickname and make it stick?
I used to get Captain when I was young.
So
but I
you
didn't make-
introduced yourself, I'm Captain.
No. That doesn't probably
Well, it's
align.
like- it's
Someone
like-
I knew you called me
It's
Captain.
like, you know what was awkward for me? So my nickname has always been Danny. Well, everyone calls me Danny, right? That's what everybody calls me. Everyone except you and bloody Jai.
We call you D.
Well, anything but that. So I always used to cop it when I'd introduce myself to somebody as Danny. And
In front of us.
You guys would give me shit. I'm like, but that's what 95%
That is your
of
name.
people call me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it
you find,
weird that like why don't you introduce yourself as Daniel?
because I don't go by Daniel,
Nah?
to be honest.
Yeah, fair
I don't
enough.
call myself that.
Next one. I got married. A mistake that haunts me to this day, even though I've been divorced for a while. That's a sad one, isn't it?
Well, you got peer pressure to be married. It's a bit of Cole Palmer action. Sign this contract.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. No, maybe to fit in, like
Yeah.
in society.
Oh, well, I think
You know, a lot of people are purely. I actually think
We
a
did
lot of
this
people are
last
getting
one.
married. Oh, we did too. Are getting married just because everyone else is getting married.
yeah, or have it,
Or
status.
for the old Instagram flicks.
yeah. That's
And
not a
then,
good
they
reason.
get 6 months in, they realize, shit, there's
What
no
have
there's
I
no more
done?
wedding. It's done.
No.
It's marriage.
No, now the hard work. begins.
Next one. I found out his favorite band and found a deep cut song to play in my car when I picked him up. So this is a crush.
Yeah.
Thinking, I know this guy's band. I'm gonna learn.
Oh, it's his band.
Wait.
His favorite band or his band?
No, his favorite band.
Okay, so it wasn't he listening to
No.
himself. Yeah.
I found out what his favorite band was, and found a deep cut song to play in my car when I picked him up. So you know, when she picks him up,
Yeah.
she's got one of his favorite band songs playing. So he was excited that we shared that interest.
Oh no. Oh no.
The literal next day, he played that band's most famous
Oh
song,
no.
and I asked him who the artist was.
Yeah. That's why you don't do it. That's why you don't
so
do it.
embarrassing.
That's why you don't do it.
The look of confusion and disappointment in his face still haunts me, and that was when I was 14. I'm 30 now.
Oh, that hurts.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just horrible.
That's not good.
I reckon I've been there. Not to that level, but
That hurts.
a couple more. So saw him wearing. So there's again another potential love making story. You know,
Making.
no, so not love making. What's the? What am I looking for? Romantic story.
Romance,
Saw him wearing a sriracha shirt. So, which is a random shirt. Do you know what sriracha
No,
is?
I
It's
don't.
it's hot sauce. It's like a type of hot sauce.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I don't know who's wearing that, but she saw him wearing a sriracha top. So saw him wearing a sriracha shirt and somehow mistaken it for Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt. and I proceeded to binge all of their music in a few nights, just to realise he wasn't actually a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
That's funny.
Discovered I liked their music taste at least.
I think actually, now that you say this, I think music might be the most common one. I didn't even
reckon.
think of it that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm guilty of that. If for example, Oasis, right? A cover out the end of the year.
Yeah. What's your favourite song at the moment? She's Electric. Great song.
From the Morning Glory album. Great album.
I actually had that on.
But I didn't grow up with Oasis. One of my mates got a couple of tickets, and I'm like, I'll start listening to some of their older stuff. So then when I go to the concert, I can at least sing the lyrics.
Yeah.
Last one. So Will from the In-Betweeners put it. Oh no, this is what I wrote. I just realised. So this is a classic. So you know that episode of In-Betweeners, like when Will puts a weed down his pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Again, why?
Case in point.
We won't.
No.
Anyway,
Just shave that before you go to Amsterdam, please.
I know. It's an absolute rug. But anyway, that's the
Literally
list.
it looks like a grizzly bear.
And that's all come from you chomping down a little nicotine dart.
Can I just say, just for the in-betweener nerds out there, I've never understood that episode. Why, if he didn't have any pubes, why could he just say a shave?
True.
Anyway, plot twist.
Just that I've got no fucking pubes down there.
All right, guys. Now, unfortunately, I'm nervous now because I'm about to share a story that I'm not nervous about sharing the story, but I've held this for the show for a few weeks, and you've been so excited to hear this story, but now I feel like it's going to be a major letdown. So, on that happy note, it's time for a story.
I can't wait.
It's not that good. I was going to bring it up in the intro. It's something that happened to me, and I just couldn't believe it. So, anyway, this will bust a few myths in the world for you guys. Anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, I get injured playing football, as you know, and I take a couple of weeks off. I'm minding my own business on a Friday afternoon. I realised, I swear I got named in the side. I wasn't even going to play, right? I played the following week. Halfway late in the game, I can't walk. So the injury's on my groin, right? That's where I'm actually injured. And my hip's gone and my back's gone and I'm in so much pain. I drive about 25, 30 minutes home from this away game and I am in genuine agony in my back. Like the worst pain I've ever felt in my back. And I'm like, I can't move. I'm in serious trouble here. So I start smashing pain medication. I put Voltaren in. I'm having these like 30-minute, like as hot showers as you can imagine, just trying to...
just jumped in the bath.
I probably should have. Anyway, trying to get as much relief. And anyway, I can't. So it's a Saturday night and then it's getting on and on and on. I'm walking my dog and I'm limping. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. Like, I need relief. I need relief now. So I start Googling back relief. Like, how do you, heat, done that, pain medication, done that, everything, anti-inflams. And they say, get a massage. Get a massage. That's what you need, right? At this stage, it's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. And I'm like, if I don't get a massage, I'm in trouble. Like, so I'm thinking, okay, there's
10 p.m. on a Saturday night.
There's two options going through my head. Do I ring my ex-girlfriend, who's a physio, and ask for a massage?
Can't do that.
No. So I go, can't do that. Can't do that.
No.
So then I go, okay, what's in my other options? I'm like, well, find a masseuse, right? So I start Googling. I'm like, legitimate masseuses in my area. And nothing's legit, right?
How do you know what's not legit?
Well, I don't know. I'm just typing, like I'm trying to find like but of course they're open like 9 till 5, right? Not till, open till late. So I get in my chariot, my car, and I'm like, I need it. I don't care. So I drive to a little suburb and I go and find one of the classic.
How far did you drive for this?
Oh, not far, 3 kilometers. And I find a little place that has the old open sign. And I'm
flashing.
And I'm so embarrassed. It's 11:30 at night, so I'm about to bust a myth for all of you guys. If you got, and girls, for everybody.
Okay, I know where this is going.
So if you think, anyway, I go in, I'm sitting in my car outside a shop, waiting for the traffic to pass. I'm so embarrassed, right? Anyway, I get out of my car and I'm like limping in, like almost like I'm like limping in. The door opens, so this is, I swear, I've never been inside one of these places. Open the door and this Asian woman walks out with like a skirt that is like just covering, like, you can see the bottom of her ass, basically. She goes, hi. And I just said, look, I'm in pain. I know what it looks like. I'm in serious pain right now and I need help.
I can't move.
I said, I'm like, please. I said, I just need, and she's like, so you want massage? I'm like, yes, back. And I said, great. I said, how does it all work, right? How does this thing work?
Is it cash? Is it card?
Well, I said, she's like, oh, you just pick how long. I said, 30 minutes, right? I said, great, 30 minutes. I said, 30 minutes on my back and I pay in advance. I think, okay, great. Now, I've never been to one of these places. And I've only heard stories. I thought that if you want the good stuff or the fun stuff, there's some code you use, right? That's what I assumed. So I thought you just go in, and she goes, get naked, get on the table. I'm like,
Well, that's normal.
yeah, so that's
I had
normal.
one on the weekend.
Oh, well,
from
there
a
you
Thai
go.
place.
Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, so I get on the table and I reiterate. She comes in and I go back. So she starts massaging my back. And then it stops for a second, and then I can feel a body standing on me, sitting, like kneeing me in the back.
That's normal.
I'm like, this is great.
Yeah,
this is
that's
fantastic.
good.
This is what
that
I want.
That feels great. I love that.
Until the knees kind of roll down and. She's rubbing me, so to speak, my back, but not with her knees or her hands. I'm thinking, interesting. And I just said, hey, my back, please. Like, and she can see, I can't even like roll. Like,
See, you don't know what body part of hers is touching
no.
you.
Anyway, she's massaging, and then like and this is what happened to me. So she's obviously trying to like touch me, right?
Underneath. But you're on your front.
I'm on my front, facing down, but like she's like rubbing my butt inside, and I'm like, my back. I'm like, I'm begging her. Sorry, it gets crude here, guys. So, but this is just what happened. She goes, hand job. I said no. I said my back. She goes, $100. I said no. She goes, $50. I said no.
Wow, she's
on.
bartering.
Hang on. $20. No. $10. She said, $10 hand job. I said, no. She said, oh, don't you want to sleep tonight? I said, I said, yes, that's why I'm here. Fix my back. So I'm arguing with her. Well, I'm arguing with her that I don't want it. So she's like, she's almost begging me. I'm like, no. I'm like, please, no, nothing, no. I just
And it's not, and it's clearly she's not begging for cash. She's begging because she wants it.
Well, I don't think so, but she wanted
$10.
She wanted the cash. $10, right? So in the end, I got it. No, kidding. No, I said no.
Put it down to a $5.
Can you do $9.50? Yeah, $9.50 deal. So anyway, she eventually laid off, and in
Did
fairness,
she fix your back?
well, in fairness, I just said, look, whatever times they've just my back, and she did it, and I actually walked out, and I felt a lot better. Thank you to that. Like she said, see you again. I thought, I'm never seeing you again, love. Can assure you of that.
It's legit.
So it's legit. But a week later, I went for a run with a friend of ours. And Jules Lund, former guest of the show, and I told him this story, which he thought was a cracker. We went for a 9K run, and talk about peer pressure. So I'm running injured, and I'm pretending I'm not in agony. A kilometre in, I'm in strife, but I didn't want to, in front of Jules, I didn't want to look like I was struggling, so I pushed on for the full 9 kilometres. But there was a he said to me, he said, mate, one day you're going to be absolutely drunk. You're going to walk past one of those spots. You're going to find $10 in your wallet. You go, that's actually not a bad deal. And I said, he was joking, but it was funny because as we were running, every woman that ran past, he just yelled, he's got a sore back. or he'd say, he said, I think you've got a sore back, stuff like that. He also accused me of MILF hunting, which I wasn't. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that story with you.
Oh, no, that was worth the wait. That was worth it.
Anyway,
I can't believe that.
Yeah, if anybody wants the address, if you got $10 and you want to go there, I can give it to you.
I know people that have done it. So that's you. And that will be beeped out. I know people that have done it.
Yeah, but
I've never. I don't know. I've never been in, so I don't know how it works. I went in one on the weekend.
Yeah, but it was a legit one.
It was a legit one, and it was within working hours.
Yeah.
So that's different. And it was a couples massage, me and Garni together.
Yeah.
I don't think... it did cross my mind when I was in it, because again, she's kneeling, she's putting her knees in. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And at one point, she had my leg up like this, and she's like, touching my, like inside my groin. And
your adductors.
My adductors, and I'm thinking, she's not, and she didn't, thank God. But they bloody get in deep, the Thai masseuses.
Honestly, no, I would never, like...
That is so funny, man.
If I was in pain, I wouldn't want to go, because now, so as I'm in there too, you hear blokes coming in.
Oh, that's wrong.
It's like midnight, and you hear like...
That's revolting.
You can hear these dudes come in, you know what they're there for, and it's actually a disgusting feeling. But anyway, there you go. It's legit.
Well, they're not making much cash.
No, well, if they're going down to $10, geez, it's.
I love how it started at 100 and within 30 seconds it was down to 10.
Within a minute, she was down to 10, and I was arguing. But, Jared, don't clip this up because I know all the TikTok comments are going to say, "Oh, he went and got one," and I don't know. But
well, thanks for.
I didn't. So
good.
All right, guys, we've obviously had a laugh so far, but now things might get a little bit more serious. I'm actually rather nervous about this because the man sitting next to me, he's a scary man to be across when he gets a little bit short-tempered. And I've spent a lot of my life with you, lived with you, travelled with you. But in recent times, we've been in places that have any kind of rattling or noise or babies crying or anything, and it just pisses him off. So
I'm oversensitive.
You're oversensitive, and you're. I don't even know how to put it. You're just incredibly oversensitive.
Sensory overload.
Sensory overload, which again,
it's quite common.
In a non-joking way, it's a serious thing that people struggle with. But you just seem to be rapidly increasing with it.
So basically, this has come from something. If I'm with you and we're out and something's annoying me, I say, "Oh, gee, that person's talking too loud.
Yeah,
that's really shitting me."
Or the music's too loud.
The music's too loud. Or the fan's on and it's just, why is it on so, fast? Turn it off. It's making too much noise.
You get aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know why. It clearly is really getting to me.
Yeah.
Which I said, me and Garni went away for the weekend and there was a few things, one in particular.
Yeah, what do you hear these?
But we went to the Alba Spa on the Mornington Peninsula, which is, a lovely little, it's like the Peninsula Hot Springs. It's full of all these pools and spas and saunas, and it's all outdoors and it's beautiful. You're meant to be relaxed and enjoy it. I hated every minute of it.
Really?
Yes, because I walk in.
Rancho Relaxo.
So, but it frustrates me that I couldn't enjoy it because I think I just don't like when there's too many people.
Yeah. I get the same. I get uncomfortable.
And I find people that can be a bit obnoxious.
Yeah.
And not think like, oh, this is meant to be a place of
mindfulness. We're in it as a team.
Yeah.
Oh, mindfulness, yeah.
And so we get into the first little pool. It's packed, right?
Yeah.
It's warm. Bloody
This is a
warm.
hot springs.
Yeah,
No,
it's like the hot springs.
yeah.
Yeah. And oh mate, there's these 5 young women, probably 24 to 27, right?
Yeah, nice.
And
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
And I say this respectfully, but they care very much about their appearance, how they look. They've all got makeup on in the spa.
Yeah, nice.
You would have enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
But they're talking so loud, and they're talking just about rubbish.
Nonsense.
Yeah, just absolute rubbish about boys, about just how much money they spend on certain things. And I was laying there. I lasted about 5 minutes in there, and I said, "Garni, I got to get out. I actually have to get out." So I went into the sauna. Me and Garni sit down in the sauna. Actually, Garni's like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to go in the sauna. I'm going to go find somewhere else." I was like, "That's fine. I'm going to sit in the sauna for half an hour." You wouldn't believe it. In 2 minutes, they followed me.
They might have wanted a piece of the DOS.
Firstly, there was no room for them in the sauna.
He's getting angry. He's warming up now.
Sorry. No, there was no room. There was no room for them.
Yeah.
Saw them poke their head in. They go, "Oh, there's too many people." I saw them walk away. I thought, "Thank God." But then they come back and they go, "We'll make room." They squished in. Everyone had to maneuver around for them. And in a little small confined sauna, they're just yapping. They end up moving. The old couple in front of me. I actually said, "Well, gee, isn't that better?" I said it out loud.
Josh reminds me of a Karen.
And then the old guy in front of me turned and went, "Ain't that right?" So that's just an example.
Yeah.
And then, I said to Garni, I was like, "I'm really not enjoying this." And this was a voucher for a present, and I just couldn't handle it. I just wanted to get out of there.
You sound like an absolute hoot.
Fuck!
Next one.
Sorry.
Dow.
So,
baby's here.
Here's a quick little list.
Yeah. You got a list.
Yeah, so I've got a quick little list.
Things that agitate you.
Well, in general, yes.
Yeah.
So one happened recently. I mentioned it earlier in the intro, but a guy dragging his feet.
Yeah.
I was sitting at a cafe, and this guy waiter was just walking and dragging his walking. It just, to me, it's just a lack of respect
for yourself.
Yes, you look like you're a shit worker for one, because you're not, working with efficiency. You don't want to be there. You look sluggish and slow.
But that's not what's annoying you. You're sitting there. You just can't handle the noise of
The dragging.
Yeah. Okay.
The dragging just, and,
Yep.
and then I can't unhear it
Yep.
from then on in.
Yep.
There's a guy at my gym. Worst BO you've ever smelled.
Oh, mate. No, that's fair. That's fair. I had that in Camberwell, the worst
And-
BO of all time.
But the issue is that this, I've talked to you about this kid before. He would be 20, loves himself, walks around like with a little smirk, and he's always doing these ones.
Bro, you stink.
And he reeks. And I want to leave the gym because of it. Because
Well, I asked you this a while ago. When I went, we used to go to Camberwell. The second you open the door, you would know if this one bloke was in there or not. And I literally thought, like, no, I'm not exaggerating. I've never smelled anything like it. But is it in my right to go and tell the staff? Like,
I thought about that. I even put it into ChatGPT. I said, how do I tell someone that they have bad BO? And it recommended to tell the staff, don't go up to the person.
give them some Milkman, 20% off.
True.
Use the code
Actually, that's
dos&d,
not a bad shit. I might grab a few. Remember we last week we were in a cafe.
Yep.
Our friends at the Paper Shop Deli.
Yep.
The union worker.
Yeah, but we wouldn't. I'm not standing up to him. Are you?
No.
No.
But
Yeah, I know.
talk about lack of awareness. Gee
Yeah,
whiz.
it's probably-
This is, I'm sorry, but this actually one is something you do.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, sorry. I didn't know it annoys you so much.
It doesn't, it annoys, it's not something that annoys me too much. I was looking online and that's one thing
Yeah.
people said.
Yeah, fair. No, it annoys me too. As
Do you feel like you just might need to blow your nose or
no, I've just got. I just struggle with allergies
allergies?
from around cats and stuff. I'm gone.
Garni threw this one at me. I asked the missus, I said, what are some things that I do that just, this is an easy one. When the doggies are playing, she'll ask me a random question about something that's not footy related,
And you snap.
and I snap. I just can't handle
No
it.
one in this room is surprised.
No, not snap. I just go,
Not now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, because I have this weird thing. If I'm not watching the game, we're going to lose. I don't know why. I just have this.
Yeah.
I need to watch every second.
Dos, they've won. They're home.
People burping with no filter, like in public.
Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting.
That's something
You do that though. I told
Really?
you off a lot of time when we lived together. You used to just burp. I'm like, mate, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but that's just with me and you together. I
but
think
it's-
maybe
yeah,
it's
but-
because I just felt like with me and you, I don't care.
Oh,
Public transport, people watching, TikToks on full volume on the
Yeah,
tram.
that's
Like,
annoying.
come on, lads. People talking on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Like in public. Come on, just
Yeah.
do that one.
Yeah. Fair.
No,
I'm with
am I
ya.
being petty here?
No,
or?
I'm with you. I'm warm to it.
But anyway, I'm going to show you a video.
Yeah.
So this is where it went to another level.
So it looks like Dos is outside.
Is that all right? You guys turn the music down just a bit?
Yeah.
We're just next door. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, sorry about
Appreciate
that.
it. That's all right. Thanks.
I can't believe it.
All good, no
sorry,
worries.
the walls are just, we're right
I
next to
can't
each other.
believe
It's
it.
2:30
This
on
is in his
Monday, so
house.
All good,
Thanks,
thank
appreciate
you.
it. That's it.
Okay. I'm shocked.
So-
Dos, from what I just saw, that was outside his house, and he went next door and knocked on the door and told him to turn the music down.
No, but when you
Sorry, the wall's a bit thin. We're right next to each other, and it's really, really loud.
so
Let him party, son.
No. I'm all for a good time on a Saturday night.
Bow, bow, bow.
I'm all for that. But when it's a Monday morning, when it's a Tuesday morning at 2:30 a.m. when I've got to get up, and we're right next to each other, and I wake up at 2 a.m.
fair.
to
Sorry.
Smash Mouth, All Star. I go, this is not on.
What are they? Are they Pot Palace Stoners or something? Next to
Well, one, they must work in hospitality because
Yeah.
who doesn't have a job on a Tuesday unless you're working nights or something. But I waited and I tried to go back to sleep, and then I just couldn't. And I shouldn't have, but I actually woke Garni up. I said, "What do I do?" It didn't.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, literally.
No, I was asleep.
It didn't wake her up. I said, "Should I go out there?" And she was like, "You bloody woke
Were
me
they
up."
nice? They
Sorry.
seem nice about it.
No, so
They
you
turned it
can't
up.
hear one. But
Ah.
one said something in there, and I'm sure if you listened carefully. So it's a guy lives there, and his girlfriend's newly moved in,
Yep.
like in the last few months. And you can tell that she's moved in because all of a sudden they're doing IKEA trips, and there's flowers getting moved inside,
Yes.
and more feminine stuff.
Yes. So the bachelor pad days are gone.
Exactly. And he's a tradie and he parks out the front a lot in his ute. So I'm thinking this must be him or something. I knock on the door, no one answers. Knock on again, no one answers. I thought I need to time this for when the music stops because it's so loud. Seriously.
Such as,
Well, you would have loved it because Sabrina Carpenter Espresso was playing at one
fantastic.
stage.
Oh, mate, turn it up.
So I knock, and I thought I got to film this because if it's the bloke and he has a go at me or something, I need
So
to
you're
have
doing it for your safety. Okay, I see.
literally. I wasn't doing it for the show.
Oh, I thought you did it for the show.
no, and then 3 girls answer it,
Ooh.
and you could tell they're pissed, like drunk.
Yeah.
And then I said, told them it's a bit loud, very, respectfully. I
Yeah.
said, well, then there's one at the back who goes, "What's your problem?"
Ooh.
At me, and that's when I said, "Well, the walls are right next to each other. I'm trying to go to sleep. It's a Tuesday morning."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, sorry." And yeah, there you go.
Wow. Josh Custon entering new realms.
Wouldn't you do that?
No.
Or do you call, or should you call the cops in that situation? What do
No,
you
I
do?
just go to sleep. I sleep through it. I need noise to sleep. So anyway, would have probably
Anyway,
helped.
I sound like such a grump. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you've done it. You've got it. Do you feel better?
I feel better, but maybe I should have just gone to a therapist because I feel like now I'm the Grinch. I'm a good person, guys. Trust me.
Okay, so this segment that's coming up, we're actually about to talk about something that by the time this episode's released, it's going to be such old news and everyone's going to be sick of it. But this whole segment's about covering up traces because typically what we do in this life is sometimes we tell a lie, and then to cover up that lie, you lie further and further and further. So you say a little white lie, and then you realise I have to go with this story, and you continually lie to try and keep the truth away. Now, the reason this was brought up is Dos and I were doing one of our world-renowned content meetings. We're saying, what's going on at the moment? And there was a former, very well-known, maybe the greatest player to ever play football, walking out of a public toilet after grunting like a pig, apparently, with a young lady. Do you have anything to add?
She
Or
definitely wasn't young.
Or you just going to let me dig myself in this hole?
No. I think he's come out publicly and
Well done to the king, I must say. It was very good stuff. And then following that, there's this very famous thing going on as we speak. Like I said, it'll be old news by the time this gets released. But this Coldplay thing, it's doing my head in now. I'm sick of it. But the story is that there's a CEO of a very large company in the States at a Coldplay concert of all things. And he's with his side piece. He's a married man and she's actually married as well. And they're embracing in a little hug while kiss cam's going on, only to find out they dived. They literally just jumped out the way, they hid, and now it's become the biggest meme since Hock Tour. I
it's
think.
gone absolutely bananas. Sammy's going to
Do we really want to watch it again?
No, not really. I've
No,
seen it
I
that
don't
many
want
times.
to see it.
I don't want it.
We've
I'm
seen it.
actually a bit sick of it.
I'm sick of
You know
it
what?
too.
I'd rather watch Coldplay.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. Well, at least Coldplay get a bit of a run. But my favourite thing, just quickly, we will move on from this story.
Yeah, I know.
My favourite thing there's obviously been memes
Can
galore.
you quickly read it out? Do you have it on you?
Oh, I can find it.
Just quickly try and find it.
All
So,
right.
'cause- so
well, you set it up. While
I don't
find
know.
it.
What, guys, what's his name again? Do you
Chris
remember?
Martin.
No, not Chris Martin. Astronomer CEO, who's obviously had the affair with the head of HR at Astronomer as well. He's written a... What's his name?
Andy Byron.
Andy Byron. Andy Byron. Okay, Astronomer CEO. He's written a
statement.
A statement. Would you say it's an apology?
Somewhat
A written
of an apology,
apology, but
it's like one of those statements you make when you get in trouble and you just need to put out the fire, basically.
Need to clear the air,
I'm
and
trying to find it.
at least show face, or at least speak to the public. Have you found it?
Yeah, but
There's a bit in this letter which I didn't know, and I never saw the letter until D showed me.
I've got a feeling. Oh, it's saying here that it's a fake. It's a fake. He didn't write it.
Okay, well that makes sense with the bottom line.
I found it here. I don't know how. Apparently, it says statement from CEO Andy Byron. Anyway, it goes on. He says, "I want to acknowledge blah 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 the moment." He says in this statement that he's got to better himself as a father, a husband, a boss, a co-worker. But my favourite thing, and I don't know now. I'm hoping this is true because this just made me laugh. This is the way he finished his statement. He wrote, "As a friend once sang." So he said, "As a friend, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. and I will try to fix you. So he's that's taking the piss.
That can't be real. Now
I think
that we've read it out loud like that.
When I read it for the
That
first
can't be
time,
real.
I'm laughing, but like he's in the biggest hot water he's ever going to face in his life, and he's thinking,
Surely he's angry at Chris Martin and the boys,
I'm
for outing it.
I'm going to throw it back at Coldplay and say I'm going to bet him. Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious.
I've got a tear.
But my question to you, Dos, I've got some great examples of the internet of people lying and covering their chases, and some are very, very funny. But I know you. I know you can tell a little white lie sometimes, and you like to cover it up to the nth degree. Do you have any examples in your life where you've lied to maybe a parent, to a friend, to try and get out of something?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I wrote a few down. So, one in particular was I was very young. Again, just dumb and young. When I'm talking young, I'm talking like 5.
Okay.
And we're going a long way back.
Yeah, we are.
But you're so innocent and you have no idea how the world works.
Yep.
And when you talk about covering your traces, this makes no sense. I don't know why, but for some reason I just really wanted to cut my own hair. And I start school prep in like a week. Or no, like a few weeks after Christmas. So it was before Christmas.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm starting school, but I'm in my bed and I'm cutting my own hair. And my little sister Camille, I think she was helping me. And it was it's absolute shit show. And I thought, oh, well, I'll hide this from my parents. I'll just put a Santa hat on.
That's so funny. John's first day of prep, rocking up in a Santa hat in the middle of Feb.
So I've gone to bed with a Santa hat and my mum's come in to say goodnight and she's noticed I'm wearing this Santa hat. And she's going, why are you wearing a Santa hat to bed? I'm like, I don't know, I just want to. And she's like, take it off. I take it off and my mum went berserk.
Really, yeah.
Had to shave the pill to a 1.
Yeah.
Like full shave.
The DOS special.
And I looked like a criminal. I had my 2 front teeth out, shaved head.
Now, stop foreplay. Do you have any non-PG ones? Do you have any naughty ones?
Because
Because how many times?
I've got one which I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
It's not that it's PG, but it's like... Actually, no, there's 2. So basically, when I grew up at a certain footy club.
Yep.
And me and one of my mates, our dads were involved at the footy club.
Yep.
And...
Semi-professional club.
And they must have been in... It was like pre-season.
Yeah.
So they must have been inside just having a meeting or something. And me and my mate were outside just mucking around.
Yeah.
Mucking around, not even kicking a footy.
Yeah.
Maybe kicking a footy. We find this like asthma pump, like an asthma inhaler, right? At the goalpost, nothing else.
Yeah.
And we're like, kids, we're going, what's this? My mate just pegs it. We just pegged it. I actually think we stood on it and then we're trying to make it explode. And then my mate just pegged it and we didn't realise. But about like 10 minutes later, this guy comes over.
He's doing a 2K trial shot. He can't breathe.
Him and a mate were running.
That's exactly what I wanted.
and he could breathe.
Yeah.
But he goes, boys, have you seen a little like asthma pump?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. So then they ran off like out of the complex and got in the car and drove off.
That's so funny.
So I don't.
That's fine.
I'm sure he's still alive.
Yeah, he didn't die that day.
But that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm like, is that?
No,
sure,
he's fine.
He's
He's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, but that's a big one. Yeah.
That's so fun. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, you would have so many times you would have been off to see a friend, and you've told your parents you're seeing another friend.
We've all been there.
Have you ever had to text your mate saying, "Oh, if anyone asks, I'm at your house,"
Definitely.
and then your friends have to lie.
I know, which puts them in a bit of a
I
predicament.
just thought of one. This is a bit crude, so we might cut this too. But I just thought of this story that was told to me only a couple of weeks ago by one of my mates, and he was saying, we're talking about, okay, it's rogue. It's to do with sex, right?
Okay.
He had a girl come over. Short answer. This is around the COVID time, and he had COVID. And did I tell you this story already? Talking about covering your traces, and she was, and she said, "It's fine. Look, we're going to watch a movie."
And this man was very strict on the old restrictions.
Yep.
So this is.
And anyway,
Bit of a
she came over, and anyway, one thing leads to another, and they decide it's time to amalgamate the marriage. Don't know why I said amalgamate. That's the wrong word. Anyway, they decided to take things to a new level, and as unfortunately sometimes happens to men. he's climaxed on the insert, so he hasn't even got one pump in. So it's as the train's going into the tunnel, the steam
It's leaving the tunnel.
The steam has gone off, and he's gone, and he swears he had no. Sometimes when that moment's about to arise, you might be able to feel it and control it. Well, he feels that he didn't know it was going to happen. So
He was unwell, wasn't he?
huh?
Wasn't he unwell?
Well, he wasn't. But so he's now. She's thinking we're just getting started. He's done.
She's thinking, yeah, this is only the beginning.
So he thought. So he's lying on top of her. And,
What?
from behind, and he starts coughing and spluttering. Oh, I'm really. I have to go to the toilet. So he went to the bathroom. He's done. He's ready. His night's done, and he faked a full-on asthma attack to get her out. So, because he just didn't want to say, "Look, I'm done." As you wouldn't want to. So anyway, anything else before I read these?
No, it just made me think of a couple of moments for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappointing times.
Yeah, you can go listen to them in former episodes. Anyway, I've got a few examples. I'll try and run through them pretty quick. But these are times where people, and I think these are very relatable to people. So the first one, I didn't want to go to work one day, so I called around and said someone stole my car, so I couldn't make it. Then for the next 2 weeks, I had to take the bus and walk 3 miles from the bus stop to my job. And after those 2 weeks, I had my driver's side window rolled down and taped clear plastic over the window to appear that someone had broken into it. So it could further show that the car had been stolen. In retrospect, it probably wasn't worth all the trouble. So
That's extra.
that's going a long way.
Wow, that's going the extra mile.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Literally, extra 3 miles.
Yeah.
This one's a good one. There was a softcore porn sort of men's magazine called FHM. Do you remember
Not
that
Zoo?
one?
Was it?
This one's FHM, which contained a lot of interesting articles between the scantily clad women. I would buy it regularly and read it in the communal spaces in the last years of high school. I was a closeted gay man, and it was part of my cover. So you talk about fitting in.
Wow, there
He'd
you go.
get buying a magazine to cover up
That's
his...
a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I once wrote and published a children's book to cover up a lie I told a girl. That's it. Bryce says, what? Yeah, I once wrote and published a children's book to cover up a lie I told to a girl.
Yeah, well, what do you do for a living, Mark? I'm a children's
I'm a
author.
children's
shit,
publisher.
why did I say that? I better go
I
write
better
one.
go publish the bloody thing.
Now they're married.
That one's a bit boring, but that was he pretended to be left-handed to cover. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Makes sense.
This one's just stupid. One day, this is so silly. It reminds me of Sammy. You'll know in a reason. One day, my group of friends and I weighed our penises on a scale to compare our size. He wrote in brackets, that is so painful to type. Anyway, I was last, and I lied and made up some number that was higher than everyone else, when in reality it wasn't. So now, when we tell that story, while joking around our past, I always just own it that I have the heaviest penis of all my friends. But I know inside that Stephen's penis was always heavier. Sad face. So that's just silliness.
When are we gonna have a way off in here?
Bryce just whispered this episode is fucked.
It is pretty bad.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I've got more to say, but I will leave it.
I just thought of one more from my
go
end.
on,
And
go on.
I'm surprised you haven't come up with one around this category, which is like house parties. So like Project X or parents have gone away, so we're gonna have a shindig, and it'd be easy to cover the traces. Yeah, like my famous house
Well, that's
party.
a very famous one.
Very famous house party.
Give it a very brief.
Yeah, I know, because
version.
I love telling this one, don't I?
Yeah.
I've told it about 8 times on this.
You can go and find it.
But basically, parents went away, had friends over. They made a Facebook event, Corey Worthington style.
Yep.
From 20 people small gathering, ended up being about 50 to 60 people.
Yep.
Went from I was drinking from 12 o'clock. I was passed out by 5. Woke up the next day. There's
Tried to
someone
kiss
had
a girl,
shat in
she
my bed. Someone had spewed on our front rumpus room carpet.
You chased a girl out in your jocks.
I did. All consensual. And then it was actually one of the greatest nights. I still get told that that was one of the best parties ever. that
If
people
only
have
you
been
could
to.
remember it.
I know. So the spew on the carpet, which, mind you, my parents ended up finding out about this that next day because my sister told them because I was must have been so intoxicated. I said a few things that I shouldn't have.
Ah.
My sister wasn't happy and she dobbed on me when she wasn't going to originally. But when I found out what I said to her, fair enough. But So mum and dad knew, but even though the spew was there, I tried to clean it, sprayed it with Lynx, moved the coffee table over it, and thought that'll be sweet. And then I met my family on family holiday on the Great Ocean Road. 2 weeks camping. Got a bit of a talking to from my dad.
Yes.
But it was just the classic. I'm disappointed. Let's move forward. And come home, open the door, and the smell just through the whole house was
Really?
spew. Yeah, and the cover up didn't work at all.
I tell you what, guys, if you got any stories, send them in because I've thought of like 12 more. So we might do this segment again with your stories. So if you got any,
Yeah, the cover ups.
send them through the cover ups because there's plenty of them.
Mate, I don't know what to say. I'm actually a bit speechless after that. It just absolutely got me. I mean, I've been waiting for that for weeks. So thank you.
Well, yeah, good.
The old
Shout out.
rub and tug.
Yes, indeed. Apparently, it's legit.
I must say, this uncut has been we've been a bit silly.
Yeah, we have.
We haven't, coloured within the lines, have we? It's been.
It's a bit disappointing, but anyway, it's just.
I
the
hope
way
we
it
haven't
Lost
tarnished
any-
the brand.
Yeah, I hope we haven't lost any of our partners or our listeners. But actually, you know what? Actually, before we finish up, I fucking should have said this off the top. But I'm going to read. Can I read out that
Yeah, do it.
the little rating we got? So, guys, again, we haven't asked for a while, but if you do listen, and we always say at the end of the episode, which is the dumbest time to do it, if you listen on Spotify, just hit that 5-star rating. And you know what? If you've got this far and you enjoyed any of the content today, why don't you leave a comment in Spotify? Just say your favourite moment or a little story.
So you can leave a comment on each episode.
Yeah,
on
each
Spotify,
individual
which
episode.
I think a lot of people don't realise you can do. So you can obviously rate the episode 5 stars, depending on I think how long you've been listening to the show.
Yep.
And then you can leave a comment on the episode, and then over on Apple Podcasts, which we still get a lot of listeners on there, you can leave a review with a comment about the show.
Yeah, so just click 5-star and leave a comment. I'm not going to read it. It's very self-indulgent. So I'm not going to read it.
Yeah, fair play.
You can go read it if you guys want, but please leave any comments, reviews. We'd be very grateful. If you leave something funny, we'll read it out on the show.
And if you don't watch the show on YouTube, that's okay. But we still encourage you to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're going to be doing a lot more behind-the-scenes content, a lot more longer-form content.
Can you tease what's coming up in the next few? Or you still don't want to tease what we
about
got? Just what's coming up in our lives in the next few months.
All I'm going to say is start spreading the news. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. And you are going to want to be subscribed to YouTube for that. So, guys.
Is that enough of a hint? I don't think it is.
No, that's a good hint because it's, don't spread your ass on a massage table is the other thing we
I
learned
thought we
today.
were past that now.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to. Anything else?
No, that's all.
No, see you next month.
All right.